Hi and good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in. So today we are going to discuss about how we can unlock export potential for specifically for the food processing and agri export segment. So I welcome all of you. As we start, let us keep some ground rules, like please keep your microphones in mute mode so that there is no disturbance in the webinar. Please keep a pen and notebook handy so that you can write your questions, which we will take at the end of the session. Because it's a recorded session, it will be difficult to break the flow of the session. So we'll take all the questions at the end in question and answer session. We will also circulate a feedback form where you can give the feedback of how we can improve these webinars further. And thank you once again for joining us. What you are expected to learn today is we will talk about various global export opportunities, how export documentation and compliance is mandatory and important for exporting, and how can we find verified buyers and how can we avoid the frauds. This webinar is important for you because you will know about various opportunities that are existing. We'll also talk a little bit about the government incentives and support that is going on from the government side. We'll talk about expert-led insights through our various webinar series, and also how practically you can do some various steps to be able to take your export to the next level. This is the agenda that we will cover in this approximately 40-minute webinar. We'll talk about the background of the trainer, which is myself, Soumya Prakash. We'll talk about this platform, Terrasourcing, and what is the vision and mission of this platform. We'll also talk about the global export trends and market opportunities. We'll talk about export compliance and documentation essentials. What exactly are the requirements for starting exports? Then we'll talk about the challenges faced by the various exporters and Terrasourcing's service and offerings. So about me, my name is Soumya Prakash. I am co-founder and director with Multiplier AI. And my education is I have done my BTech in computer science from BITS Pilani and then later an MBA from SV Jain. As a director, I have overseen technology, marketing, sales, strategy functions. I have extensive experience of close to 20 years in consulting medium and large enterprises. And in exports, we are also applying the data, ML, and AI tools to help exporters in increasing their businesses. These are some of the awards and recognition that the company and the founders have received in the past. We have been recognized on various platforms like Startup of the Week by Innovator, which is the largest UK-based magazine, within India by SPGN, leading top 10 P School of India, T-Hub, Sheet the People, TV, Tajurba, etc. About Terrasourcing. So Terrasourcing is India's #1 export enabler to the world. Our mission is to empower Indian exporters with verified global leads and help them with this seamless connection so that they can export much more than what they are presently doing. We do step-by-step support and enable them with our market trends, analytics reports. We also help them with detecting the genuineness of the international buyer leads and also help them with genuine leads if they don't have the leads. We partner with government and trade bodies like APIDA, TNFX, TGFPS, FTCCI, and FICCI. These are our four major verticals that we do to support exporters and importers. We help them with the market research reports, very detailed reports about your particular country and your product and from where you want to export and to which countries you should export. We also conduct educative webinars like this one where we talk about the various aspects of exporting and call sometimes the experts to help us on guiding what we should cover in these webinars. We also do lead verification and lead generation for the exporters. Lead verification means whether the lead that we received on social media, is it genuine or non-genuine? We check with the help of AI and ML tools. And we also consult them on how they can achieve global expansion. This is a strategic roadmap where we work from local insights to global impact. We plan to understand the landscape of interacting with various importers and suppliers. We want to understand the gaps that are there in the present ecosystem and then onboard a good number of exporters and importers and start communication and bridging this gap which is existing between the supply and chain in the global markets, and then slowly take it to more number of countries. Our strategic alliances are with ABIDA, TN Apex, Tamil Nadu Export Promotion Council, Telangana Food Processing Society, FICCI, and FTCCI. This is a list of some of our webinars which we have conducted in the past. So we have conducted this webinar for Tamil Nadu exporters, where we talked about what they have been working on and what further markets they should explore for their products so that they can increase their exports. Similarly, we conducted the webinar for Telangana exporters, where we talked about Telangana specific products and how this could be helpful for them, how they could expand their further exports. This is a set of just brief introductions about the founders. I have already introduced myself. Other founder, Mr. Vikram, is also from uh, both business and technology background with a degree from IIT and IM. And we are advised by Dr. Senthil, who is the CEO of AI Idea now, and also Mr. Siddharth, who is from Google. Okay, so let's start with the most interesting topic of today, how to look at global export trends and the market opportunities. So, as we know, India is on a mission to hit a $2 trillion economy in exports by 2030, which is a bold vision led by Prime Minister Modi. And the government has been taking many steps to achieve this reality of Vision 2030, one of which is Atmanirbhar Bharat, where we are looking at driving more local manufacturing, but we should be able to supply to the global market. So the quality and the standards have to be improved. Then we are also trying to enter into free trade agreements with Europe, UK, ASEAN, and some other countries so that our doors for Indian businesses are also opening. We are working and focusing on emerging markets to diversify so that we are not dependent on only a handful of countries for our exports. And at the same time, the government is also working on the logistics and the infrastructure so that we are equipped to compete globally. Yeah, so this is the statistics, which is for 2024-2025, April to September half yearly results. If you see, this is our top 10 export import data. Why we are presenting this data is to just kind of give a overall high level view of how things are in the export import scenario. The biggest partner that we have is China. And if you see the China column, we are exporting 57,000 crores, whereas we are importing 470,000 crores odd, which means that our trade balance is almost negative 412,000 crores. This means that we are importing more from China than we are exporting. With USA, we have a positive trade balance. We are exporting more, but other countries like UAE, Russia, we are still importing much more than we are exporting. Overall, if we see India's total is a minus trade balance of 1150,000 crores. Now, this is a very big number, and this means that there is a lot more scope for export promotion because we are importing so much at the present moment. So the key international markets for Indian exporters are first would be US, where we have a high demand for organic foods, spices, textiles, and pharma products. The second one would be UAE, where we have a major hub for re-exporting Indian goods and a strong demand for again processed foods, spices, and agricultural based products. European Union, where they prefer very high quality Indian textiles, organic food, and sustainable products. And Southeast Asia, where there is a growing demand for Indian food products, auto components, and consumer goods. This slide shows the high demand products and emerging trends. The fastest growing export sectors from India are classified here, one of which is agriculture and processed foods, second is textiles and apparel, third is pharmaceutical and healthcare, engineering goods, IT and digital services, and handicrafts and home decor. So, if you can see that we know a lot about IT and digital services, but alongside that, we have a good number of other areas also, like agriculture, textiles, and handicrafts, which where the demand is growing. And the trends that are coming in global exports is that they want to see that eco-friendly, organic, and ethically sourced products are reaching the markets. There is an e-commerce boom, so direct to consumer models are expanding, and there is a very growing demand for ethnic food. So whatever is GI tagged or Indian cuisines, they are gaining a lot of popularity. People want to experience the same kind of foods that are there, which are homegrown. And the government trade agreements, FTAs, are also boosting exports. We are talking now in this section. We'll talk about the various export compliances and the documentations that are needed. Um, Compliance and documentation is a very important part of exporting. And why is it so important? Is because it ensures smooth international trade without delays. If we don't know about the various compliance papers, our trade shipments will be delayed, or we could lose a lot of money because of the repeated rejections, the penalties, and the legal issues. Also, the compliance breaches will cause breakage of the trust with the buyers, which means the importers in this case. So all these things will be very important to understand before we enter into any market. And also we need to qualify the exporters. It helps if we are compliant, then we become qualified exporters for various government incentives and subsidies. If we look at the key export documentations that is needed for Indian exporters, the mandatory documents are importer exporter code, the IEC code. Generally it is issued by the DGFT office. Then the GST registration, because it is necessary for all tax compliances. The bill of lading and airway bill, AWB, depending on whether you are shipping it by sea or by ocean or by air. Then commercial invoice and packing list, because we need to have the details of goods being shipped. Sector specific certifications also will be needed, like the certificate of origin, which verifies the product's origin required for trade agreements. FSSAI license, especially required for food and beverage exporters. EPIDA registration, generally mandatory for agri and processed food products. Pharma export certifications, depending on the country we are targeting, WHO GMP, US FDA, EU GMP may be needed. And then for handicrafts and textiles, maybe GI certification and handloom mark might be needed. Now let us look at from the compliance from various regions perspective. For US, they have very strict food and pharma regulations. So FDA registration for food and pharma products helps. Also labeling and packaging compliances, we have to follow the US customs regulations. For European Union, the CE marking for electronic and industrial goods is mandatory. And we have reached compliance for chemicals and textiles. In UAE, it will be ESMA for food and cosmetics. That it's called as Emirates Authority for Standardization and Metrology, ESMA, and then the halal certification. So Southeast Asia, there is high demand, but the rules may vary. So if you see overall, exporters are in a lot of difficult situation, and a lot of exporters also fail to achieve global business growth. And we try to look into the reasons why exporters generally are not able to make it in terms of achieving the global business growth that they plan. So the first reason that we found was one was lack of market understanding. So when the exporters are looking to start exporting anything, there is a lack of market understanding. They do not understand exactly what is the research on local regulations, what will be the consumer preferences, what is exactly the competition in these countries, how what kind of product variations are being sold in that country. So not proper research is done before entering the country. Second reason is inadequate operation readiness. So they are not ready if they want to export with, they don't have proper supply chain. So if the order is big, they're not able to supplement the remaining order. They have not thought about quality control. How will they ensure that the shipment that goes also meets the international standards of quality? Non-compliance with global standards. So they are not compliant. They have not done thorough research on what is it that is going to maybe get the shipment rejected, and how will they also look at the sustainability aspect as is required by some of the advanced and developed countries. Then they don't. Third reason is insufficient marketing and branding. They do not spend enough resources and enough energy into strategic marketing and brand visibility, because it is hard to stand out and attract repeated international buyers. It is difficult without making proper programs to attract regularly. So that is another challenge. and financial and risk mismanagement, because of not pricing properly and also not understanding the trade related risks that are involved in international exports. It leads them to financial instability, and also it doesn't allow them to look at putting a lot more capital into the business. So if we summarize, maybe this can summarize the difficulties that are faced by the exporters. One is lack of verified leads, so which leads them to lose the trust whether my money is going to be safe. I'm investing so much, but will the export return that money or not? Then the regulatory and compliance issues in that particular market, when they do not understand what are the various standards in each country and how to go about it. Then the third one is again limiting the marketing and the global presence, because nobody knows their brand, so it is very difficult to sell. And then finally, the high competition and pricing pressure, because there is so much competition not only from the country but outside with other countries. So they have to know that, and there is a lot of pricing pressure. However, there are certain predefined steps to become a successful exporter. First one is to ensure that we have an international level product with good quality measures and certifications. Second is to understand that what exactly is the market requirement. What is it that in that country people prefer to buy? The various tastes, the various packaging, colors, everything. Then building strong buyer relationships. How do we interact with the buyers? How do we ensure that a good relationship is built over a period of time, and that we are able to get to understand how to develop this further. Then leveraging the digital tools for market access. How do we leverage the various digital tools? This is very important part of becoming a marketer. I've just captured this export cycle to representationally show how complex it gets. Right from factory where the exporter may be manufacturing something, he has to choose his first carrier. It could be a ship, could be train, air, or by road in some countries like Nepal, Bangladesh. Then again, he has to choose a CFS, CHA. He has to onboard it. Then it goes to the shipping company, and on arrival, again, CFS, CHA will disembark that cargo, and then finally it goes to the destination phase. So, in all these things, a lot more complexity goes on in the entire export process, but this is typically how the export happens. In all these, various complexities, Terra sourcing can help the exporters in some ways, and that is what we'll discuss about it now. We have three AI-driven solutions for smarter global trade. First one is a market research report. Second one is lead verification, and the third one is high-quality leads for your international business. So, market research report, it gives us complete details about how your product should be going into a particular market, what should be your right markets to enter, and what suggested strategy you have to apply to enter that market. So, like these are some of the reports that we generated for our past clients, like how can you export rice from India to Dubai? They wanted to expand their market to Dubai. Then there was this Apple exporter. He wanted to just understand where all exporters can benefit, like what all areas can Apple, which countries Apple should target for exporting. Similarly for tea and turmeric. This is a sample report which I just wanted to show you how we work on this, and a lot of technology goes behind. So this was a honey exporter, and he wanted to understand, how to export more honey, and getting the insights into that. So we developed this report. So we gave him the entire, first of all, the spread and the market size of honey production in India, which are the topmost states where he can also source. If he gets a bigger order, how he can source that. Then what was the import volume, like globally, how much import was happening and from which countries, so that he can understand his markets, target markets. Then what are the major varieties of honey that are presently getting exported, so that he can understand where is he standing as compared to the competition from India. Then other insights from various countries, like for example, if he wants to export honey from India to US, then what is the exact demand trend? So what is the growth like? So if you can see here, the numbers are around 200,000 kgs in terms of the trade volume. It was declining, but now again it has picked up. Then we also help them with the comparative pricing. So what is the other companies pricing in the US. And again, this we pull out using a lot of research so that he can price his products slightly better and not make it so expensive also that people will not buy as per the market. Then we also cover some real life stories, how other people have been able to successfully export or grow within that particular country, and what all did they do to create. And like this particular founder and CEO Ted, he created another product diversification into the beauty and wellness. So that gave him additional revenue stream. Then we also help them with what will be the parameters for honey exports, moisture content, this dye stays activity, sugar profile. All these tests are necessary for them. So all these things we explain them in the report. Second one product is high quality leads, because many times exporters have very good product and they have all the required compliance also, but they want to know how to get the high quality leads. So we help them by generating industry specific focus. So we are collaborated with a lot of export promotion councils and also the embassies. So we will be able to provide high quality leads for the various sectors. And these are high intent buyers, which we also uncover, and we vet them by checking their credentials thoroughly, whether they have been doing exports with India, are they from the top importing countries, do they have good relevant background. And then we drive B2B lead discovery and automated reach to them using LinkedIn, email, WhatsApp, etc. We also help them in identifying the high potential opportunities from these leads. And then finally, the third product, which is the lead verification product. So any particular lead that we are getting, how can we verify those leads and check the accuracy, whether this was a genuine lead, it was validated or not, through various rigorous checks, etc. So as to save time and effort. Of course, there is a lot of importance of verifying the buyers in exporting, because the stakes are very high. We are investing so much of capital, and this verification will help in reducing the risk of frauds or like non-delivery. It will also ensure long-term repeat business relationships, help in increasing trust, and it avoids the time wasted. This is a lead verification, product which we are explaining in more detail. So here we are verifying importers across 70 plus countries. We have this engine developed where we'll look at 4 levels of checking whether that importer lead is valid or not. We check about the particular company, we check about the company's license, we check about the market and the trading information of that particular importer, and then we get more details for the verification. How do we help in importer lead verification? Again, the 4 steps are detailed out even further. Now, the first step, say about the company, we will check its website, address, company directors, Google, LinkedIn profile, etc. Then we'll check about the company's license by checking, sending a mail, trade license, tax license, import license, and in any chambers that they are registered. We'll check about their trading information by phone calls, knowing their products, their markets, business models, etc. And try to also get more verification where required, with checking their previous BL copies, references, and sometimes even LC and ECGC numbers. This is a sample report which you can see. This is sample generated for UAE market. So you can see that this lead came on Facebook, and then we don't know whether this is a genuine lead or not. So we have checked all of the credentials, like what is the registered address of this particular company, what is the product category, what the number is verified, the website is verified, the email is verified. All these things are checked, and also the social media profiles will be verified, so that we are able to do justice to the particular importer. So we welcome all of you to partner with Terrasourcing. This will help you in increasing your market reach. It will help you to faster time to export, and also enhance your profitability and reduce your overall risks. So we have some pricing plans which are available for you to take up now. This is just an optional thing. So first thing is our market research report, where in the market research report, you will be able to get the top 5 importing countries for your product. You will be able to get the product pricing breakdown, as I showed you, the in-depth insights and analytics, and also some success stories. So the original price for this is 5,000 rupees per report for your country and top 5 importing countries. And second product is lead verification. You can get any of your you we will give you not the leads, not verification only, but lead generation. So we can give you 10 verified international leads with the detailed importer verification reports for all these 10 leads. And also we will be able to help with exactly what these leads require is your product. And then the third product that we have is market research report plus lead verification. So you can also buy both of them together. And the price is 17,500. But for the special attendees of this webinar, we are going to give a discounted pricing. We are offering 40% discount valid for 24 hours, where we are issuing the market research report at a price of 3,000 rupees. The leads, where we will give you 10 verified leads at a cost of 7,500, and market research report plus leads will be at the rate of 10,500. Not only this, we'll also offer some bonuses for the attendees today. There is no hidden fees, but if you purchase the market research report, we will do your free profile creation, and so that you will be getting the access to similar webinars from experts without any extra charges. If you are buying the lead verification, you will be able to access the webinars. We will also create your profile creation, and we will give you one meeting fixed with an international buyer. That is our guaranteed meeting. And if you buy both the things, then we will give you two meetings fixed with an international buyers. So also, if you like the webinar and you like the experience of the webinar, then too you can get a free registration on our website. You just have to give us a video testimonial about how you like the webinar, and if it was of any help to you, then also with your testimonial, we will give you the free registration to the next set of webinars. So let's build the future of India exports together. So look forward to more interaction and question and answers. So thank you very much for your valuable time, and look forward to yeah. So this is the numbers on which you can call, and we are open to the question and answers now. Yeah. Hi. If any questions are there, please raise your hand so that we can answer the questions. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Sanjay. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.